You ever have that happen to you? You're getting ready to film a video, and then right as soon as you go to talk, you choke. Dry mouth. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and today I want to talk to you about something really interesting. I want to talk to you about celebrities in prison during the holidays and what exactly those celebrities are eating. You know, it's crazy to think about this. We just had Christmas that passed, and that's what I'm really going to focus on, what celebrities ate for Christmas while locked up and serving time. But the interesting thing to think about is there's actually quite a few famous people who are locked up right now that you might be intrigued or interested in learning just what they ate during the holidays. Now, one thing to keep in mind as we begin this video is, while you're locked up during the holidays, you're pretty much going to get the same meal for all holidays, whether we're talking about Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day. The only difference that I ever really saw personally was on the 4th of July. And on that day and at certain facilities, you might get a relatively special and also different holiday tray than you would during the rest of the holidays throughout the year. Then again, you could also be at certain facilities where they don't give you anything all that much special during the holidays. But again, talking about 4th of July at facilities where I serve time at, some of those facilities don't give you nothing. And then I've been at others where you get like one hot dog and one hamburger. Sort of like a little barbecue picnic, cookout type of thing, except you're eating it inside of the chow hall. I've heard of other facilities, low-level facilities, where they actually do have barbecues and cookouts during the 4th of July. I've just never been to any of those type of places myself. But again, there's quite a few celebrities who are locked up right now, some of which we've talked about quite often here on After Prison Show. Bill Cosby, Tekashi 6ix9ine, Little Jolly Rancher. Now, these are people that you're probably definitely familiar with. But there's some others who are locked up right now that maybe you didn't know that they were locked up, maybe you forgot that they were locked up, or maybe you're not all that surprised that they're locked up, because some of these folks just stay getting in trouble in and out of jail and prison. But again, today we're going to talk about celebrities who are locked up serving time and just what they're eating during the holidays. The first celebrity we're going to address here is a star from a reality TV show that I have never seen, a TV show called The Real Housewives of New Jersey. And in fact, it's one of the wives' husband of that show who's locked up serving time for fraud. I don't know how long this guy's been locked up for, but I read that he gets out in March, and when he does get out, he's actually getting deported back to Italy. This is a guy by the name of Joe, and forgive me if I butcher this guy's last name. I literally watched the YouTube video just so I could learn how to pronounce this guy's last name. Giudice. Joe Giudice. Giudice, hey, you mean Giudice? Hey, I don't even know why I would attempt to try to make a joke about this dude's last name. He's probably got more mob ties than Tekashi. Actually, he probably doesn't. Joe Giudice, serving time in Pennsylvania's Federal Correctional Institute, Allenwood. It's a low level. You got lows and minimum securities. Minimums have no fences. Lows, they're pretty sweet as well. And just how sweet this low-level facility where this Joe Giudice is at might be evident by just what this guy ate in the chow hall for Christmas dinner. Cornish game hen. Boy, they be getting the Cornish game hen in the feds. No wonder everybody be snitching as soon as they get to the feds. They trying to get to a loan. You getting Cornish game hen for Christmas, or if you're not a fan of the Cornish game hen, I don't have the slightest idea what that is. Isn't that like a little bitty chicken? If you're not a fan of that, you could substitute it for broccoli quiche. Not really sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly. I had no idea what broccoli quiche was until I looked it up, and basically what it is, it's like a broccoli pie. Looks like there's some cheese in there, some cream. I don't know what else they're putting in there, but it looks pretty good. So if you're not a fan of the Cornish game hen, you could get that broccoli quiche for Joe Giudice. They could choose between those two main courses, and then they also receive cornbread dressing. Now, dressing is an important thing to mention on the menu, and I'm going to tell you why. You see, in the state facility, I know this is totally different than in the feds. In the feds, they got salad bars. I ain't never been there, but I've most certainly heard about it. Boy, you go to the feds, they got a salad bar. Who I got to tell on to get to the feds? Shit, I'm trying to get to the salad bar. They got a salad bar like Ruby Tuesdays in there. That's what I heard. But they mentioned the dressing. You see, while you're serving time in the state, you might get salad from time to time on your tray. And in a lot of cases, you'll also get coleslaw. The major difference, though, is you ain't getting no dressing on that. Whether we're talking about the salad or the coleslaw, you ain't getting nothing in that. You ever had coleslaw without the mayonnaise and without whatever else it takes to make coleslaw? When you're just eating some ground up cabbage and lettuce and carrots? It's not very good. It's actually pretty damn disgusting. But in the state, during those special holiday meals, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, oh, they're going to give you the dressing. You're going to get you some watered down ranch. You might get you some watered down Italian dressing. And basically, I should do a how-to tutorial video, how to make salad dressing in prison. And strictly talking about the chow hall way, where they take one single bottle of Dollar Tree ranch dressing and they add 50 gallons of water to that to stretch so that they can feed the entire 1,000+ prison population. That's how they do it. You ain't never had you any worse watered down salad dressing than any time that you're locked up in prison on Thanksgiving, Christmas, or New Year's Day. But Joe Giudice up there in Pennsylvania at this low-level facility got either Cornish game hen or broccoli quiche, cornbread, dressing, whole kernel corn. Not exactly sure what that means at all there. I don't know how you get anything less than a whole kernel corn. And that pertains to any type of way you could ever think about getting you some corn. What, you gonna get a half kernel? They got those whole kernels or half a kernel corn. They had corn, baked sweet potato, chicken gravy, and this is another important thing to mention right here because it's gonna be very rare throughout the year, in the state system at least, where you're gonna be seeing gravy at all. Unless we're talking about shit on a shingle for breakfast, which is sausage gravy, but you've never had sausage gravy like this in your life until you've been to prison to experience. I don't even know what they use for the meat. It might be squirrel. I've heard rumors that it's pigeon. It's not very, it's horrible. They also had cranberry sauce, salad, dinner rolls, and pie. This sounds like a hell of a meal. I can only imagine what dudes were charging who were selling this tray. This is probably a $10 tray right here. You're gonna have to spend $10 in commissary if you try to buy one of these trays from another prisoner. Ironically, on Christmas Eve, Joe Giudice didn't eat so well. It says that they had chili and cornbread. Well, you know what? That's still better than I ate personally on this past Christmas. I actually ate Chinese takeout because I was trying to cook a turkey for my wife and I didn't. Moving on to another celebrity who's serving time that you guys might not have known was locked up. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know this guy was locked up. This is a dude that's always in and out of trouble. I'm not surprised to hear this dude is locked up, but I am a little disappointed. I really rock with this dude. DMX, serving time in West Virginia at Gilmer Prison. I don't know what type of level that is. He's doing 12 months for tax evasion. Damn it, DMX. You gotta pay them taxes, man. I know it's good to make that money, man, but you got to pay them taxes. Them people gonna lock you up, you know, because DMX ate pretty good for Christmas as well. Cornish game hen, a deli sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and chips. They got this all messed up. Inmates also got a bump in their commissary funds, allowing them to spend $50 more to use on chocolates, cookies, and peanut cluster bars. That ain't a bad deal right there. They definitely have this menu all messed up. If you walked into the chow hall and they gave you all of this, that Cornish game hen, the deli sandwich, the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, that's definitely not going to be the Christmas dinner. I mean, that doesn't even make any sense right there. And if that is, boy, that's a boss tray right there. That's a lot of food. You getting you a little miniature chicken, a little mini meat chicken, plus a deli sandwich. You know, they give you deli sandwiches in the feds when you go into court. Even when you're going to court, they feed you good. When you're in the state, they're giving you a bag lunch with a sweat meat sandwich. You might not even have no cheese. And be lucky if you get you a mayonnaise or a mustard. You definitely aren't getting both. You might get one or the other. But in the feds, because they probably know everybody in there telling, they talking more than on the Ricky Lake show. Throwback. Boy, that was a classic right there. Who remember the Ricky Lake show? They gonna feed them folks good. You getting you a deli sandwich, you getting a sub and a soda. Could not make this video if we didn't bring up this next individual, Bill Cosby. We've talked quite a bit about him here on After Prison Show. Bill Cosby's in Pennsylvania as well. It says SCI Phoenix instead of FCI, Federal Correctional Institute. SCI might mean special custody. I'm not sure if that's a typo or if that's actually what that means, but he's at that SCI Phoenix. I thought it was FCI. And for Christmas, Bill Cosby ate roast beef, a bean burger. Nothing like that bean burger while you locked up, boy. Whipped potatoes, gravy, green beans, creamy coleslaw. You see how they said creamy coleslaw? Any other time throughout the year, it ain't gonna be creamy. Dinner rolls and baked fruit pie. It also says there was 0 Jell-O. I'm quite sure he was not too upset about that. That's a pretty good meal right there. You got the roast beef, the bean burger, the potatoes, the gravy. That ain't bad. They feeding these dudes pretty good in these special custody federal institutes. Crazy to think about. Can you imagine being somewhere where they don't feed you so good and you think about dudes who was in PC and they eating good? Suge Knight doing 28 years to life, I think is what he's doing. He struck a plea deal in September in a murder case and he's doing 28 years. This dude's doing the rest of his life. He's got all sorts of health problems as it is. But Suge Knight's in a California state prison where on Christmas they ate pretty good. They ate turkey or chicken, gravy, stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, salad, veggies, cranberry sauce, and ice cream. You know, somebody else told me that during the holidays when they were serving time in the state, shout out to Redskin Chris, an awesome supporter of After Prison Show, he said that they got ice cream in the chow hall. Here in Virginia, we never got ice cream inside of the chow hall. The only time we could get it, we had to buy little ice cream tickets, and it was prison-issued ice cream. Oh, we wasn't getting no Ben & Jerry's. And I've heard of some facilities where where you can buy the pints. Couldn't do that where we were at. We had ice cream in a bag, just like your milk will come. Just like your apple juice, your orange juice, and a lot of things that you're drinking oftentimes come inside of a bag. You ever drank milk out of a bag, let alone eat some ice cream out of a bag? You know you're doing time when your ice cream comes in a bag. But it sounds like Suge Knight ate pretty good. Mystical, somebody that a lot of you might not know who the hell I'm talking about. This is a rapper. Some of you guys are probably thinking to yourself, Mystical, Mr. Who? You talking about Lil Pump? Oh, you talking about the Cotton? Mystical, from way back in the day. Back yonder, back down the holler when rap music actually used to be rap music before this mumble rap came into the picture. And real quick, let me address this mumble rap. You know, a lot of people call it mumble rap. I don't call it that. That's not what it is. I call it an addiction to Xanax. These pills got you so lazy, so gassed, that you can't even open your mouth all the way to, you can't even pronunciate an entire word. What is that? How did you even find yourself to the SoundCloud website? You can't open your mouth full enough to pronunciate an entire word, a single. So I found that SoundCloud website though, didn't you? But again, I did not know Mystical was locked up again. Very sad. You know, this dude has had some very crazy charges, some bad charges that he served time for, and unfortunately he's facing another one of those same type of charges. And he's in Louisiana, Caddo Correctional Center. Louisiana has the highest rate of incarceration of any state in the United States. I also heard that number 2 was Oklahoma. 2 states to make sure that you don't never get in no trouble in. They're gonna lock you up. They definitely did not feed Mystical too well for Christmas. This is an absolute slap in the face because what he ate was 2 turkey dogs. You had 2 hot dogs, potato salad, greens, and cake. In other words, nothing special. That meal right there reminds me of one of the worst prison Christmas meals that I ever ate. It wasn't a prison meal, it was a jail meal. Throughout my last incarceration, the 7 years that I would serve, I went to 4 different prisons and started in 1 jail. And in every prison that I was at, from Mecklenburg, Haynesville, Halifax, Indian Creek, all 4 of those prisons, they fed you relatively decently, especially during the holidays. I can't remember being in prison and being disappointed on. Actually, that's a damn lie. The only thing good about it was the meal that they served you. The worst Christmas meal I ate while locked up was in the jail where I started my sentence at, Western Tidewater Regional Jail, a lot like what Mystical's eating down there in Louisiana, if not even worse. For Christmas at this jail, I was there for 25 months. Spent like 2 Christmases, I might have spent 3 there, I can't remember. But for Christmas, every year, they would give you processed turkey slices. Like what you might find at the dollar store when you're thinking about sandwich meat. Very thin, 2 slices. You're gonna get you some watered down gravy on that. You're gonna get you some watered down whipped instant mashed potatoes. You might get 2 cookies or you might get a piece of cake. You'll be lucky if you see some icing on that cake. You wanna talk about a tray that will have you so upset, so mad. You're already gonna be mad enough that you're locked up, and then locked up on Christmas, you can't be with your family, you've been a letdown to your family your entire life. All these things are gonna be going through your mind, and then they call chow, and they bring them trays to your tray slot, and that's the type of tray that you see. Something else interesting to throw into that particular meal at that particular place was I originally got locked up December 21st, 2008. I was in the jail 4 days until it was Christmas Day, facing God only knows how much time, which would end up being 7 years. I slept for like the first 2 days, not eating anything. By the 3rd day, I'm trying to like adjust to, hey, I'm probably going to spend the rest of my life here. And then the fourth day was Christmas Day, where I first got a chance to experience that atrocious, horrible, depressing, I mean, it'll have you almost in tears. It'll have you ready to shave that tray down to a weapon. You're going to be so mad about it. And on my fourth day, I got to experience Christmas in that jail. I know you guys are probably really interested to know, just as I was really interested to know, what Tekashi 6ix9ine ate for dinner on Christmas. I couldn't find any information about that. It seems like they're being very secretive about where this dude is actually being housed. What I was able to find was what he did for Christmas from behind bars for his girlfriend. He bought this girl a $250,000 Mercedes truck. He bought her the Benz truck, the big boy Benzo. And, that's a really kind gesture. I learned that his girlfriend is a bartender at some strip club. Seems like a really nice lady. She posted on her Instagram, little bit up in this big body, ain't no car payments, period. Early Xmas gift. I love you so much, baby, at 6ix9ine. I'm so happy, y'all. And some emojis. I'd be happy, too, if somebody bought me a $250,000 vehicle. Tekashi, it looks like he's spending this money as fast as he possibly can, because not only is he facing 20 plus years in prison, his court date's not till September. God only help you when it comes to them taxes. Best to go ahead and spend it all while you can. And pray that these people stick around. You know, he spent $250,000 on his girlfriend for Christmas, buying her the Benz truck. He also spent $35,000 on the same girl, on his girlfriend, the month prior, because her birthday was in November. And he bought her a $35,000 Rolex. Boy, you dumping on this chick out there in the free world. Who do you think she got up in that Benz truck with her? And, I guess I'm going to wrap this up by asking all of you. I don't want to sit here and drag this dude right now. I just ain't got the energy to do so. But I want to ask you guys, with this dude spending as much extravagantly on his girlfriend, do you honestly think she's going to stick around? I truly do not think she'll be there, especially when the time comes. But that's just my opinion. Folks, I wanted to share with you guys today some prison meals that celebrities are eating while serving time. None of this sounds all that amazing. You guys probably had a way better Christmas dinner. At least I really hope that you guys did. I hope you ate better than Mystical, than me back in Western Tidewater Regional Jail facing God only knows how much time, and also better than me this past Christmas where I ate Chinese takeout because I messed up a turkey. Still not very proud about that. But I do want to end this video on a positive note, and that is, look at these folks. They celebrities. These folks is locked up behind bars, facing all sorts of time. Some of them are probably never coming home. They got money while they're locked up. They're doing crazy things with that money, trying to hold on to anybody that they possibly can. And some of them are eating better than others during the holidays, but one thing is absolutely certain. Don't you never go finding yourself locked up like any of these folks, like any of old Joe used to be. Do everything you can to avoid trouble in your life. If you're in trouble now, do everything you can to get out of it, minus telling on somebody, but some people will have to do that. You don't want to go down a road that has you locked up during the holidays. It's one of the worst days. Any holiday is one of the worst days that you will ever spend in your life, especially serving time. And life is just way too precious to spend any amount of it inside of a jail or a prison, especially during the holidays. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about it. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace! What is that?